Hey, how's it going? David Alderman here. I'm gonna try to do a quick and dirty about this piece called Censored. It's the only piece I've really done as far as like a statement, and I would say it's a statement to humanity. And I know there's a lot of political references, but really it's valid for everything. It's from my heart. That's how I feel. So I got the idea from the three monkeys: see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. And I thought, well, censored was kind of the opposite. So it is speak no truth, hear no truth, and see no truth. Because when we're censored, we don't get to hear, see, or speak the truth. And I believe that if somebody were to say, if we could fix society, you know, what are we going to do? Everybody's got their own thing and pointing fingers. And my theory is on this is that we just need to stop censoring ourselves in all aspects. And I know like there's going to be pushback, and I know it will be difficult to see things that would shock us, but you know, we're adults. And I think it's crazy to think that there's a group of people or other adults that think they are smarter or know more, that they can know the truth, but yet they can't let us know the truth. And I want to say, you know, our ruling parties, that they should not, when we elect, we put them in office, we put them in a position to represent us, but not to censor us. So no matter how grave or how horrible it is, we need to know. And if it scares the living crap out of us, then it scares us. But I really truly think that, you know, we can handle it. Life's not easy, but for other people to make that decision is crazy. And I think that's even, you know, when you have a partner and you know, they're like, hey, something happened, and then you start not really telling the whole truth, or you censor information from your partner. And then when that comes out later, there's all kinds of ramifications that it breaks the relationship of humans. That breaks so much. And it's not just a theory, and I've done a lot of research, but I'm gonna put this on the website on when you go to Censored, when you see that, and if you go there will be a downloadable PDF. And you know, it's something that you should think about. I think it's almost we should put it on our walls and understand that, because it is so devastating to the human body. I mean, it has psychological effects, but also has amazing physiological effects to us also. So it really harms us. It's not so much of a virtue, but this is actually like a poison for us. And if we could conquer that, you know, suck it up a little bit, the good with the bad. But once we get past the bad, then, you know, like, we want to know everything. If somebody knows it, then we should know it, and then we make our best decisions around that. You know, then we're able to critically think. But here's like my list of my top 10. And then, like I said, this piece is censored. And these are long-term consequences of a civilization being censored. And the first one is stifling of free expression and creativity. Because when artists are censored and inventors are censored, they don't create. So therefore, it just kind of sucks the life out. And then, of course, our country, you know, the GDP would be down. There's all kinds of ramifications of that long term. And then number 2 is undermining critical thinking. Because, you know, how can you critically think if you really don't know what your factors are? You know, and everybody wants to say, oh, I know the truth. You know, we have a society of only certain people know the facts. Well, they only know what they know because their other part is censored, and somebody's deciding what we're allowed to say, what we're allowed to hear, and what we're allowed to see. And we have erosion of trust in institutions. So the prime example would be, our universities now are really getting hit hard because we're like, wow, we're sending our kids there and they're being taught just a certain amount of information. It's not free flowing. And then we have, news. I'm trying not to point my finger at anything, but let's just say our news outlets, our media, we lose our confidence in what they're telling us because it's either the truth is not told or the story is not told the way it should be, and it doesn't matter which side it is, left, right, in the middle, or whoever. It's just somebody's controlling the information that we're getting, and next thing you know, now we don't trust anybody. And then which was interesting is it creates suppression of social movements, because when your censorship doesn't allow you to understand a full message from the movements. So therefore, if we don't know what they're really speaking about, then we become biased towards that. We're like, oh, those people are crazy. Well, we don't know. We need to critically think. But censorship will stop that, and it's always been that way, all the way back to Roman times. And then there's serious mental health consequences, and we know that now when we look at what's happening to our youth and all the mental stuff that's going on. And it's because people are fearful. They don't know what the truth is, and it's confusing. So it's better to just to tell the truth and deal with it. We're all humans, right? We can deal with it, life is tough, and we'll pick up and we'll help each other. But you can't help your neighbor if you don't know what the truth is, and if you're being censored. So let's hear it all. Let's see every document. Let's see the videos that we're not supposed to see. Let's read it all. Let's hear it all. That's what I go for. So we also, that's on create increased polarization under censorship, because one faction is going to feel like they know the truth, and the other people are going to feel like they know the truth. And this guy over here is going to go, well, you don't know the facts. And then this guy's going, well, I know the facts. You're stupid. And when we get this, and we get polarized because we really don't know. Nobody knows the facts because we want something, they've discovered some secret document or whatever, aliens living under the ground or whatever the hell it is that they're censoring from us. And I'm not saying I believe that, but I'm just saying if there's something about that, we should have it all. We shouldn't get things that are redacted and censored. If it's there, we can handle it. Reduction of global dialogue. That's huge. And if you look and see what's happened, when leaders used to talk freely and how that's changed, and we just don't know what's going on. But if there's an issue and whatever they're talking about, it shouldn't be behind secret doors, it should be out. We should know. Secrets are not going to be good for anybody, because when you start telling secrets, then they turn into lies. And once that happens, everything breaks down and nobody trusts each other. Of course, they have a chilling effect on journalism and media. And this breakdown is really interesting. But the media becomes homogenized. So it's just like one story. We don't have independent thinkers, and we don't have any critical thinking in our media. And I'm being biased on, I'm not saying it's the left or the right, I'm just saying it's across the board. We need to stop censorship. That would be, I'm saying that I think that would be the key. That would end all this, everything. It might be a couple years difficult for us to get through some of the things that we would see. And we might not believe that people could do such things to other humans, or or when we see what's really going on. But we need that, and we'll deal with that, and then we can move on. Our society can grow. But as long as we're censored, it's never going to happen. It's always going to fail. It's always has failed. And of course, you have an erosion of democracy with censorship. You can't say, I'm going to censor this to protect democracy. And when you hear that, that's a lie. Democracy is when we all know the truth. If we're going to war or whatever is happening, or something blows up or something blows over, we deserve to know everything. There shouldn't be a group that's overlooking for that our better half. We're adults now. We're not children. We don't need parents looking after us. You know what I'm saying? We need to know everything that's going on, and we can discuss this and we can get through it. That's how we prosper. But we have to stop the censorship. And then loss of historical memory. There's a lot of documents written about how you want to take your society and get rid of the history so they don't identify with it. And that's just crazy how that happens. It really affects education that way too. So what I'm saying is this piece, Censored, it has a really deep meaning, and for me, the way I feel is that if we could put a poster in our home or wherever, and then have like the 10, not the 10 commandments, but the 10 rules. Maybe Jordan Peterson will help me out with the 12 rules. But if we could have this, and we could, as a society, and we all just stop censoring each other, even our partners, and tell them the truth, and then we can work it out as a couple. So anyway, that's Censored. It has meaning. It's the only kind of piece that I've done like this. I don't know if I'll do any more because it's hard for me to explain. Give me your thoughts. I'd love to hear it. And so I actually still have the original. Peace out.